Hi, my name is Jason Harker and I'm from the Japanese Knotweed Expert. Today we're going to identify Japanese knotweed. So how do we do it? Well, the first way to identify it is through looking at how quickly it grows. And here we have a really good example. Standing about 3.5 metres tall, it's literally grown this tall in about a 12-week period. If we were to come here in the winter time, up to really March, depending on the weather, all we would have seen would have been something like this, which is called a stand. And then literally over a 12-week period, it gets to this type of height. How else can we identify it? Well, another way is by looking at the leaves. If you look at the leaf, you can see they're quite a decent size, and they're described as heart-shaped or shield-shaped. Another way is if you look at the stem, you can see it zigzags, and that's a nice way of identifying Philopia japonica, Japanese knotweed. Another way of identifying it, though, is the stems. And if you come over here and have a look at this, now I know it's a bit dark, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. We can see the stem. This is a typical stem, green in colour with these red speckles on it. Sometimes they're described as purple speckles, and that is a typical stem of the Japanese knotweed. Now if we were to cut that in two, between these two nodules, what we would find is we would find the stem was hollow, just like that. So if you snap it and it's hollow, the chances are it's Japanese knotweed as well, along with these other characteristics. Here though we can see some other characteristics. If you look at here, you can see these stems from last year. Now these are all dead, because remember this is a perennial, so in the winter it dies down. But these main stems are left for approximately 18 months, 2 years, and they're quite often left just standing vertical, even though they're completely dead. And if we were to cut those in two, they also would be hollow. Final way of identifying Japanese knotweed is the roots. Now I've dug some up for you, and here we go. Here's some that I've dug up. So you can see quite dirty coloured really, but if you have a look here, and if we snap it like that, you can see this yellow and orange colour. Now that is very typical of the roots of Japanese knotweed, and it's exactly what you'd be expecting to see. So that's how you identify Japanese knotweed, by looking for those things: the leaf, the stem, and the roots. Now, if you do think you've got it, obviously under legislation in England, you must not cause this to grow in the wild. So if you want any advice from a professional gardener that deals with this on a day-to-day basis, then please feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you.